Well, let's witness to the mighty works of God that worked through the hands of Elijah. And he saw that and how he defended the holy name of God, with the worshippers of Baal, the idol worshippers of Baal. He saw that when he called down fire from heaven and he raised from the dead. And as they crossed the Jordan, Elisha recognizes that it's kind of a profound moment that's about to occur. And so Elijah's earthly mission is about to end, as we heard, and he's about to take over as a prophet and servant. And so that idea of that profound moment, kind of weighs on him. It says to Elijah, or Elijah says, ask whatever you want before I'm taken up. And he says, may I receive a double portion of your spirit. And you kind of read that, and it kind of seems self-serving, prideful, almost like he wants to be better than Elijah. Give me a double portion. I want to be double better than Elijah. But that's not what it is. He's kind of requesting, really, the inheritance of an heir. Now, back then, a lot of times when the father would die, the oldest son would get a double portion of the inheritance. So let's say there's three of them. They would divide it by three, and the oldest son would get a double portion. And so Elisha is asking a simple question of, I just want to be recognized as an heir. A simple question, or a simple statement. You think about that, What are we? We're heirs. We're heirs just like that. And so our prayer, a lot of times, really has to be, Lord, give me a double portion of your spirit. They think of Saint Therese of Lisieux. She had written, when she prayed, asking the Lord to give her a double portion of the spirit of the saints in heaven while she was on earth. Just give me a double portion of the saints in heaven. And so she's not praying, I want to be better than the saints in heaven. I just want to be what they are. And that's kind of how we pray every day. Lord, give me a double portion of your spirit. That's kind of a simple prayer, but a very powerful one. So that we too, just like Saint Therese said, I want to become a saint and live with you forever, the ultimate inheritance.